Hello, do you know anything about mini football? It's an interesting thing, but I want to tell you a little about it, but I know nothing much about it really. I have someone in the studio who will tell us a lot about it, because football is something that has engaged a lot of manpower. It can engage the youths in even gainful employment. It can provide a lot in terms of stabilizing our society and keeping the youths, to contribute to national development. In the studio today on Akweya TV, we have a person who is the powerhouse of the mini football in Nigeria. That's the head coach of the national team of mini football in Nigeria. And he has done a lot for the development of mini football. And we are very glad to have him. He's also an Akweya person. He's from Benue. He's been someone that we're very proud of. And so I'd like to welcome Coach Fabian Edaba to the studio. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Yeah. It's my pleasure. Yeah. Thank you very much.
What is mini football?
Yes. When it comes to mini football, a lot of people are confused.
I thought it was small football, like
yes, it's not 11v11. Okay. When we say 11v11, that is full field. That is 11 aside.
Okay.
But mini football is 6 aside.
Okay.
1 goalkeeper and 5 players in the pitch.
Okay.
And as it is, the pitch, the field itself, it's half of 11v11.
Okay.
I would have tell you the dimension and I mean the measurements and everything about the pitch, but let's leave that apart and discuss the main issue. Mini football is an interesting game.
Okay.
Is the most difficult part of the game in football when it comes to football. Very difficult.
I don't thought because they call it mini.
Just in 11 aside, you play 90 minutes.
Okay.
Then mini football is 50 minutes.
Okay.
25 minutes first half,
yeah.
25 minutes second half. If you can play 5 minutes, straight 5 minutes as a player in mini football, man, then you're good to go.
Why?
Because the game itself, it's the size of the pitch and the level of play in the game. It's a game where if you can actually connect to the game, 11v11, it's 90 minutes.
Yes.
And mini football, 6 aside, is just 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Because it's choke.
Okay.
If you can manage the space that you have within the pitch, then you are good to go. Okay. It's very difficult and that's why you can go in, they can substitute you, and you can still go back in again and play.
Oh, okay. You can go back in.
You can go back in and play again.
Okay.
That's it, because it's very difficult. That's just it. And that's why most scouts in the world today, they feel if you can play mini football, if you can play then you can play anywhere in any part of the world. 11v11, then you're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there are other versions
there are players who play even 11v11 that cannot even play in mini football. Today, yeah, that's true.
You have to reduce your power. You have to reduce.
That's it. There are players who don't even have that stamina, who doesn't even have that strength to play that mini football.
Okay.
But if you play mini football, I bet you can go for 11v11. You can play even up to 100 minutes, up to extra minutes added. You can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why we have so many football leagues and tournaments and all of that? Why did we have to create mini football again?
Yes, when you look at in Europe today, there are so many sports.
Yeah.
And then in football, we have futsal, we have beach football,
Yes.
all that, and then mini football has come to stay. It's a baby association. It's a baby game, and we don't have the league in Nigeria anyway.
Okay.
But there are other African countries who have the league. Countries like Libya, countries like Senegal, countries like Egypt, and all that. Then in Europe, we have a lot of them out there in Europe that they have the league. But in Nigeria, we don't have the league. Now, it has come to stay because, the reason is this. We have 11v11, we have beach football, we have this. Let me tell you something. While we were growing up, we used to play five-a-side and all that, and we never knew it will result to this.
Yeah.
This is the version of that five-a-side we used to play when we were youth.
I was going to ask how you got into this in the first place. How did you get into mini football? You must have loved the main football.
Yeah.
And then
yes,
you went into coaching.
Actually, I started my football career. I mean, I was a goalkeeper.
Okay.
And then at the point I got I got knee injury. Okay. I went for trials with Lobby Stars. Then it was Lobby Bank and all that. So I got knee injury. And at that point, I decided, because of the passion, the love I have for the game, I decided to go for coaching course. Okay. I decided to go into coaching, sorry. Right. To go into coaching. I started coaching. I have not gotten my coaching certificate and all that. And I've worked under then Mike Idoku. I've worked under James Peter, Oche Peters and all that, So I started coaching. And the first team I coached was CBN club, CBN, Makurdi branch. We went for all CBN game. And by the special grace of God, I qualified in the history of CBN, Makurdi branch. I qualified them for semi-final. I qualified them for finals. And actually, I didn't get the cup, but I did very well. And so I was awarded as the youngest coach in Benue State at that point, 2001. So
21 years ago.
Yes. So I keep moving, and at a point I started coaching with Coach Peter Soche. We went to FC Taraba, there we coached there and all that. I came back from there. I headed to my coaching course in NIS. I did my diploma. I did my advanced. I did my diploma in NIS in Lagos. I came out, and after then I went to Ebonyi State to handle an academy. I came back. A lot of them. I learned a lot. FC Abuja, a lot of experience and all that, And so at a point, I went for my CAF course. I did my CAF course 2017, and I finished that. And after then, I started working with Coach Esu. Esu is my boss. As I speak to you, Coach Esu is my boss. I work with Coach Esu in Dakada, and when he went to Enyimba, I went with him to Enyimba, and I was working behind him and all that. And then there I met Finidi George. Okay. Finidi George is a great man. Finidi George is a good friend. He's my boss. He's my senior. He's my colleague. As I speak to you, we talk almost every day. And even when he got an appointment as the national team coach, Super Eagle, I was with him during their friendlies and Nations Cup, qualifiers and all that. So I've been into the game for a long time.
Yeah. And Nigeria hosted this
mini football
tourney was last year, right?
Last year, sure.
What came out of that? So I noticed that there were quite some people were surprised that Nigeria could host it.
Yes, it started like I came into mini football. My boss, one of my boss, Mr. Umar Batakola Pai, who is the zonal coordinator, North Central. He owns an academy, and the name of the academy is Lapai Football Academy. I oversee everything about the academy. And then he brought me in, and then he said, Coach, look, mini football, I'm the zonal coordinator, mini football. And then he wants to make me the national team coach and all that. I said, oh man, that would be very good. And that was how I came in as a national team coach. And apart from that, they also appointed me as a chairman, mini football, Benue State.
Okay.
As I speak to you, I'm the chairman, Nigerian Mini Football Benue State.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. And then at that point, I was first appointed as the chairman. And when they discovered that I'm a coach, I'm a professional trained coach, and then they asked, no, we have to give you a double appointment. You're going to be the national team coach, Nigerian Mini Football. Okay. And then I went there as the chief coach, but along the line, I became the head coach. Okay. And then I did well. When the Nations Cup was organized, Nigeria, honestly speaking, I want to commend the Secretary General, Mr. David. He's good. He's hardworking. He brought mini football to Nigeria. If we have him in Nigerian Football Federation, football will grow generally in Nigeria. Wow. And so he brought me in. We worked together, and then the Nations Cup was well organized in Ilaji, Ibadan. And the place is like a resort center, sports resort center. It's like a community. Yeah. And so that's where the Nations Cup was held.
Okay, we'll go on a break, but after the break, I want to have a conversation with you relating to the challenges and opportunities in mini football and the kind of support that you're going to get. So we'll go on that break.
No problem. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So please stay with us. Those of you who are watching on NTA, please, thank you very much. If you can go on YouTube, you can subscribe to our channel. The information is scrolling at the bottom at Akweya TV. And then you can share the video also to your friends and family. But please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The way you do me, I'm getting confused. Hi, my name is Zita, and you're watching Akweya TV.
This is Akweya TV. I encourage you to watch it. This is where you get to hear and know about the Akweya people.
Akweya TV.
All right, you're welcome back. Those of you who shared the video, thank you so much. We really appreciate. And for those of you who are still hoping to do so, hey, what are you waiting for? Yeah, just do so right now. We love that. And we have in the studio Coach Fabian, the head coach of our the Nigerian mini football team. And we've been having an interesting conversation. If you didn't know about mini football, you can watch this episode to learn more about it and the opportunities that exist. And that's where we're coming to straight away.
Thank you.
What are the opportunities that exist? You know, like for the major football stuff, they're going for leagues, they're joining football leagues and clubs, and they are being signed for big amounts and stuff. Is that there for mini football? Are they signing players?
Very, very well. Very, very well. You know, I told you at previous time, you know, mini football is a difficult game. If it's not all that play in level V11 that can play in a mini football. And if you can play in a mini football, you can play very well more than those in a mini 11v11. Yeah. And so if you have the opportunity to play in mini football, just like we are going for the World Cup by February next year, you are approaching to find yourself in the team, and you play. There are lots of agents, managers who are going to be there to watch and pick good players to clubs and all that. Yeah. So if you can play there, you have the opportunity to sign with big clubs in Europe and in Asia and Africa at large.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what are the challenges before? You say there's no league in Nigeria. So how do you develop the...
Yes, I want to tell you one interesting thing. When we're playing the Nations Cup, our first match, we did the opening ceremony. We had the first match with Libya. Libya, the best country, the best country in mini football are Libya, Senegal, and Egypt.
Okay.
And so we played against Libya. And after our first match, a lot of people thought we are going to lose against Libya because they're the best in Africa. And, you know, we went into the game. We don't really know much I mean, the rudiments of the game. We don't really know about it. But as time goes on during the Nations Cup, we keep understanding the game. Just like Stephen Casey, while the period he took the Nations Cup,
yes,
we started badly, but we ended good.
Yeah.
We eventually took the Nations Cup.
Yeah.
That was what happened to us in the Nations Cup during the mini football. While we played our first match with Libya,
did Nigeria win?
We didn't win Libya. We drew the game.
Yeah.
It was a good match. You know why? Because these are people that have the league in their country. Yeah. We don't play the league in our country. Yeah. And do you know what? The African, the president of African mini football came down and said, "Man, wow, Nigeria, you are good. You don't have the league in your country. How come you played?
Libya.
Yeah, you had Libya to a goalless draw." Yeah. That is to tell you, we don't have the league in this country, but we did well in the Nations Cup. Yeah. And we never thought we were going to qualify. We never thought we were going to go to the extent, to the extent of qualifying for quarterfinal. Okay. And so, and all that, you know, the fact is we don't have the league in Nigeria, but we did well. That's to tell you that we have talented players who are willing to play.
What would it have taken to have a league in Nigeria?
Yes, we actually we need the help of the government, the help of the federation. But
the government is tired. They have no money. They can't even fund the regular.
Yes. You know something. You know the thing is, we are trying to host a tournament in Nigeria. A nations tournament in Nigeria before the World Cup. Okay. And then we're seeking for sponsors and all that. We want sponsors to come in and all that. So after the nations, we'll pick the best that will represent Nigeria for the World Cup. And after the World Cup, we want to come back to our drawing board so that we want to have an AGM meeting, a general meeting within the chairman in the states and all that, and then to find a way that we can start the league in this country. Because the only way we can succeed in this is to also start the league in this country. And then we need sponsor. In as much as we're still looking for, we're still looking for sponsor, and they forget that, man, it's good to go. So soon after the World Cup, we'll start the league in Nigeria.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
And there are scouts football scouts in Nigeria always interested.
There are scouts in Nigeria who are interested in this game. Look, let me tell you, you might look at this game that is probably maybe it's because it's not 11v11, it's not normal full side football, but it's very interesting. It's a game that you can. I was invited in Asokoro sometime, I think about late last year, to watch a tournament, a 6-a-side tournament, and then when I watched it, and I was very impressed with what I saw there. What I saw there, it was well organized, it was well played, and I saw a lot of good players who are energetic, who are vibrant, who good stamina that can play even in 11 and all that. So what are we talking about?
What are the distinct coaching challenges for mini football? If as a coach, say you've done coaching for regular.
Yes. Actually, we were supposed to go for a coaching course in Turkey, organized by the World Mini Football Federation, which is still in the pipeline in a way. And then as it is right now, there are rudiments of the game in mini football that there's something they call slide tackling while playing in 11v11. You can apply that in mini football. Okay. Yes. Okay. So it has rules, the little rules that is quite different. No upside. There's no upside there. Okay. No upside. Okay. No upside. Okay. The goalkeeper can even go and even score and all that, like that. Okay. So you cannot go on slide tackling. It's against the rules and all that. So little stuff like that. So that's it. So as a coach, we there's a cause for it. Okay. And which the World Mini Football whatever are trying to organize that course in Turkey, which we're going to attend that. So.
Okay. You were supposed to go to Ukraine for the World mini football
Yes.
cup, right?
Yes, definitely.
But the war in Ukraine stopped that.
Yeah.
Where is the? But that was supposed to be the 2021 tournament,
Yes, yeah,
right?
sure, yeah.
And now it's in 2023.
No, 2022.
2022.
Yeah,
Okay.
2022, not
Okay.
2021. 2022.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I thought
In
because
Ukraine.
of the
It's 2022.
COVID.
Yes, it's 2022
Yeah, okay.
this year
Yeah, okay.
in Ukraine.
In Ukraine.
So we were supposed to, finish with everything in Ukraine about the World Cup and all that, but because of the war between Ukraine and Russia,
Yeah.
so they cancelled it.
Okay.
And then they shifted it to next year.
Next year.
And we're supposed to hold the World Cup was supposed to be held in Austria,
Okay.
but after the meeting and all that, they concluded it's going to be held in the UAE.
UAE.
Yeah.
Okay. And Nigeria will participate.
Confirmed Nigeria will participate.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
5 African countries qualify: Nigeria, Senegal, Ghana, Libya, and Egypt.
Okay. Okay.
And by the special grace of God, we should be having the World Mini Football President in Nigeria because he's visiting all the African countries that qualified for the World Cup.
Okay. So, what's your hope? Are you likely to win this World Cup?
With what I'm having on ground, I definitely sure I go to the World Cup, I'm going to make a lot of impact.
Are you going to win the cup?
I'm not a losing coach. I'm not a losing coach.
Okay.
I believe in winning.
All right.
That's it.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being with us on Akweya TV. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And we wish you the best
Yeah,
because we are Nigerians, we're proudly Nigerians, and we will support you all the way.
Thank you very much. You're always welcome.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
All right. For those of you who have been with us for this past 20-something minutes, thank you so much. And please keep sharing this video. I hope you've learned a lot about mini football. And we do know that when these opportunities come, please support the mini football club, the Nigerian mini football team. And we know a lot of good things can come based on your support. Thank you very much. If you have questions, please don't forget to put them in the YouTube video. But if you are watching on NTA, please go on YouTube, www.youtube.com/Akweya TV, and, post your comments. But if you want to send us a message on phone, 090-44-800-200 is the number. We're there on WhatsApp, we're there on Telegram, and we'll respond all the way. Thank you very much for being with us, and see you more online.